Hey folks, it's Bear Gardner, and we're back! It is time to rejoin our adventurers in the Delian Tomb. If you're new here, you should probably check out the playlist down below and then go and start from session 1. I mean, you don't technically have to, but this will probably make a lot more sense. But basically, we are running through the playtest / introduction adventure for Draw Steel, the new MCDM RPG, using the beta version of the Codex, with kind thanks to DM Hub for letting me, 1, record this, and 2, throw it out there in the middle of what is effectively beta testing. I've roped a bunch of my friends in who helped me as playtesters over the last year and a bit for Draw Steel, and we are running through the titular Delian Tomb. So far, Aneurin, Sholto, and Torbin have arrived at Broadhurst in time to find adventure in the form of a blacksmith whose daughter had been kidnapped by goblins, struck out towards a tomb, been ambushed, well, rather attacked by a bunch of goblins, then bravely delved into the tomb, undertaken another group of goblins who attempted to stall them while shouting something about a ritual, and then managed to, last time round, have a little bit of a set to with some undead after setting off a necromantic ritual sigil that had been inscribed on the floor. And after managing their victory, they resolved the riddle of Delius to open a secret door into a passage through which mysterious channeling could be heard. And then they proceeded forward with a bit of care, ready to find out from whence this chanting was coming and whether it was in fact related to the missing violet. And indeed it was, for they saw a translucent white energy field crackling across an opening in the floor, leading to a staircase that goes further down. A carving on the south wall seems to read something you can't quite make out from here. 5 statues of human warriors, each smeared with blood, stand around the stairwell. A band of goblins stand among the statues, somewhat blood-stained themselves and raising their voices in a unified chant, which is being led by a 7-foot-tall, robed, fur-covered goblin. Who seems to be in charge. A young woman, matching the description of Violet, their soot-stained face and her hands bound behind her, bruised and tied to the southernmost statue. And as the goblins continue to chant, she lets out a shriek of pain, and white tendrils of energy draw out from her chest and into the energy field below. And at this point, it is time to do the traditional and draw steel.
Could me and Aneurin have got a little bit closer to the appropriate end of the corridor?
Yeah, sure, you can move to just up behind Torben, that makes sense.
Woo!
Hooray!
Heroic
So at the
initiative.
start of the fight, I'm going to activate that one. Choreography, so everyone gets more movement.
As is the deal, if you take a look at your sheet, as the adventure tells us, there should be some new features and abilities that are marked as the 4th encounter. There's not a lot of new rules to introduce right here, just new stuff that you can do with your various abilities during the battle, so make sure to take a look at what they look like and make sure you're comfortable with them. And in this case, nobody's surprised, you're just into battle, and as I say, you can see the party. I am going to remove Violet, she does not belong in there, she does not have an initiative, she is a civilian and not part of the fight. But yeah, you have 1 initiative, so which of the heroes wishes to lead off?
I think didn't you say you wanted to go first, Neil?
No, I just have an ability that starts at the start of the combat. So I've increased everyone's movement speed by 2.
I was going to say, if I go first, then Torben can follow up if you want.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Excellent. Then grab your turn, and you should be good to go.
One moment. What the... For some reason it's telling me I've got triggered actions available, and I don't know why. I have little exclamation marks on my character for
well, if you click on triggered
damage, one focus, and for parry.
Pass. Just ignore them for the moment. I know there's been an update, so...
right, so...
Might just be a bug.
For future reference, I realise it doesn't matter that much in this instance, but can a person move through their allied...
You can move freely through your ally. You can try and move through an enemy by kind of like pushing them out of the way and stuff. You cannot cut corners when moving diagonally. So Torbin could move to the right and then down, but could not move diagonally down and right from where he is currently standing, if that makes sense.
That is useful to know, thank you. Right, so 1, 2... Well, I think we'll whack a mark on something, as we usually do. Are those the goblin tokens with the axes, are they notably bigger, or are they just goblins with axes as opposed to
you have seen these before. These are goblin spine cleaver minions. You fought a big group of them when you first came down here.
Right.
They're a group of minions captained by the guy with the pink crown down in the left-hand side.
The sneaky goblin warrior.
Right, well, I will dump a mark on this one, I guess.
Sure.
And then we will start off with the good old-fashioned two-shot. We will shoot this one. And this one, I think.
Seems good.
And then we will... I'll do an additional... I know they're dead, but an additional 4 damage since it's... I'm assuming I can do that as part of my mark thing. And it'll carry over to the rest of the pack of minions.
Yeah, you can do your additional damage. You can just trigger it. It should just carry over.
I did, but but both of the models that I had killed have disappeared before I could add the additional 4 damage.
Can you click on and target a different one?
No.
Okay, how much damage is it?
That's an additional 4 damage.
Another minion falls.
Well, I should say that 8 damage was 8 damage to each minion. So if they've only got 4 points left, that's more dead minions as well, isn't it?
Oh no, I'm gonna assume it knows what it's doing.
Fair enough then. Right, that's fair then. And then I will move 1. So I've moved 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've moved into... Right, I guess I will stay there because I do not want to take an attack of opportunity from the obsessed Goblin Warrior.
Indeed. The obsessed Goblin Warrior looks somewhat obsessive.
And that would be my...
Can you move your mark?
True, my apologies. Let's shift it over to... Shall I shift it over to the last Goblin Spine Cleaver, to the little crowned goblin, or shall I put it on the boss who looks a bit hobgoblin-y to me? Like, who's going to get attacked soonest? No, it's out of range, actually, so I can't. I can only... In fact, I can only put it on one goblin, which is this
There you go, then.
Right.
And it didn't stick for some reason, so I'm just gonna whack the mark on it again.
And that's because it's telling me that you allowed me to shift. Don't worry, I think you clicked on the wrong button.
Oh, yes, I did. Shift, as in the target can shift rather than I shift the mark. Right. Foolish me.
Should be all sorted. Nice! 3 dead goblins, 1 action. Gotta be a result, right?
Yep.
How do you feel about hesitation, Tarbin?
Yeah.
Well, you might want to hit end turn. There we go.
Apologies.
There we go.
And hesitation is weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, why did... So, I think I've rolled the dice,
Yeah,
and
you
yet
got a
it's
1.
still showing.
Weird.
So I'm just going to cancel it. And it didn't apply it, so I need to have one more. So that becomes 4 because I had 3 from the beginning and then +1. Okay.
You should be 1 down. Remember, hesitation is weakness, costs you an insight.
So it just doesn't. Yeah. So let me just correct that. So why doesn't that show up? I'll have a look at that.
Yep.
Okay, so you've given me extra movement, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
So I will move to there, and I will use.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I will move to there so that I have edge on one of them.
Yep, that makes sense. Ow!
And oh, no, that's not the trigger I want. That's the trigger I would like. Thank you.
You can't do that. You did that on your own turn.
It's a free triggered.
Can.
Okay, so they're infinitely repeatable. Cool.
It costs me for 4 focus every time.
Oh, got you. Right.
And then
Sorry, older version of the thing.
let me see. So I've done move. I have
Would you
done.
like to shift?
Yeah, or I could because I can teleport if necessary. I'm just wondering if there's anything that I want to do instead. And I will.
Oh, yep, teleporty time.
Teleport and hide.
Yep. Seems legit.
Oh, I feel very exposed now.
Well, we'll find out in a minute. Yeah, we'll go this way. So, the squad will activate. So this guy. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. It's gonna use bury the point. Got to minimize. Definite piece of advice if you're running, always be aware that you can minimize, because then it'll just do things automatically, which is nice. There we go, bit of damage.
Do you want to parry? Could you parry that?
I will not in this specific instance. It admittedly is not telling me I should be able to, but
Weird.
I would normally.
And yet I can see a trigger for parry.
Yes, like I said, I've been able to see one since the combat started.
Yeah.
I can also see a trigger on the Troubadour for Harmonize and the trigger on you for In All This Confusion.
Yes.
Me too.
A bit odd.
It is.
Guy moves down here and is going to use a ranged basic attack, I think. Ranged free strike. For a whole 2 damage. Very impressive. And then something really cool happens. So this guy moves up, flings like a dagger towards you, and you see this the chanting, big hairy. You're close enough now. It's a bugbear, long extended ears, growly
that's
face.
the one.
It's like a hairy goblin.
No, I know what they are. I forgot it when I said hobgoblin. I said bugbear.
Growl something in. Well, I mean, you guys, or at least a couple of you guys, do in fact speak Zetch, and the bugbear is like, "I will not be interrupted," and then reaches out and uses a free triggered action to use a power called Catcher. A size 1 creature object is force moved within distance, or a size 1 ally willingly moves within distance. So automatically, the bugbear grabs the goblin in one hand.
What, this one?
Yep. And these guys are done.
I thought he was about to yeet it or something.
He probably is.
Oh, true. It's not his turn yet.
Yeah. So I'm going to move there, and my maneuver, not my maneuver, my not supposed to. That one, I'm going to witty banter that guy.
Yep.
Ooh. Oh, he's dead.
Still does the job.
So I'm going to do that, but I want to spend a point of drama so that Sholto can spend a recovery.
Yep, go for it.
It doesn't seem to have given me anything to do that, so you can just spend the.
Yeah. We appear to be having some trigger issues. We'll just slow our roll a little bit.
Happened?
You can spend a recovery.
Oh,
You just need to do it
I'm not
manually.
being given that option.
No, you can do it manually.
I also did just click the trigger for placing lock on a new creature, and it's not worked for some reason. In fact, oh no, there we go. Right.
Yep. You appear to be targeting, so.
I am now. I missed the buttons at the bottom. That was my fault.
I
think I'm just gonna whack it.
So you need to use your recovery.
There you go.
Right. Which do you think we should whack the mark on? Like one of these
Well, I'm about
goblins or just the boss?
I'm about to push the guy with the crown. So
In a way that does damage?
yes, I'm going to push him into a statue. Hopefully.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need like 6 push?
Well, I thought. Well, no. All of that I was going to push him into this field and see what happens.
Because every square that he moves has to be further away from you.
South is further away from me.
First one is the second one? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it would be. Yep. Anyway, carry on. You were marking away.
Alright. So it's
So
push 3, so I push that guy. Well, apparently that statue is not a thing.
It's not a wall.
So I push him 1, and then he takes damage for the remaining 2.
Yeah, so he takes a whole 2 points of damage. Ow.
Could you come behind? Are you scurrying off again?
That was the plan.
Yeah, that's fine.
Good scurry.
Would that count for... I don't think that would count as an ability that... Using an ability to deal rolled damage, would it? Because that's not being rolled damage, that was
It's
just
not rolled.
impact damage.
Right. Time for some goblin warriors, I think. So this goblin warrior... well, like, there's only one visible target, because everyone else is running away.
Ah, well.
So, over we go.
Out of curiosity, how many recoveries does Torbin still have?
2.
All
which
right,
is
you're
why
on
I'm being slightly fickle.
No, that's fair. You're on the same as me currently.
Oh,
Then.
okay.
Also, you've got a potion and I haven't since I gave mine
Yes,
to the troubadour.
okay.
No, more just checking, not, not trying to be...
Okie
Why
McPoke.
am I here all on my own?
Then hold 2 points of damage. And then gonna try. Use. No, I don't think so. No, we're good.
Alex, what's your recovery value?
11.
In which case, if necessary, I will give you the potion because yours is worth 4 more than mine.
Ah, fair.
So in the grand scheme of things, it's 4 hit points extra.
Also, I just realised, should we have started this session with hero tokens?
They should have been in whatever state they were. You don't, like, our sessions are too short for me to be giving them to you every session.
Nope, that's fair. That was what I asked about last week, and I couldn't remember what the answer was.
Hero tokens.
That is reasonable. It does specify that in the rulebook.
Yeah, for those wondering and watching, because like the game, the general assumption of the game is that you're going to have round about 4-ish hour sessions. Now, we are all quite busy people in very different ways. As a result, like, we tend to sit down and record like 1 episode at a time. So our sessions are usually a couple of hours. So I have to be a bit kind of crafty about where I'm awarding hero tokens. So I try and be more generous with awarding them for doing cool things to account for the fact that I probably only award or reset them every couple of sessions, which is something you might want to consider, and it is indeed referenced in the rulebook. Just being aware. And the same would be true, by the way, if you happen to be one of the groups that I know are quite common out there, especially in the States, who have like role-playing weekends where you would sit down for an 8-9 hour session, at which point obviously you want to multiply up and re-award and reset part way through, because that's how the hero token economy is meant to work. Meanwhile, it's time to get villainous, because it's time for you to deal with your first elite, which is why it's got the big shiny border.
Dun dun dun.
That
And
sounds
indeed,
ominous.
thanks to the Codex, it gets its own theme song.
It does sound ominous. I'm now doubly aware that I'm currently the only one in line of sight.
So Vorgosh gets her own theme song. So, as a maneuver, Vorgosh
This
is...
was also why I wasn't parrying the goblins in case I needed to parry whatever.
Yes, it's a fair point.
Yeah.
It should be interesting to see. So, by the way, could you read parry to me? Specifically the trigger.
Parry, trigger, self or one ally.
A trigger deals damage to
Trigger,
the target.
creature deals damage to the target.
Yeah.
Target is melee to self or one ally.
Okay, that makes sense.
So you can parry arrows.
Yes.
Or
Only-
thrown minions, for that matter.
Well, target's melee,
It's melee
2.
Yeah, so your target is your ally. You're not targeting the...
Oh, I see.
got
Yeah,
you.
that was my assumption.
Yeah.
This should
Yes,
be
that
interesting,
makes
but yeah.
sense.
So, first thing is, as a maneuver, Vorgash is going to huck a goblin spine cleaver.
Like
Whee!
nowhere doesn't specify what I can or cannot parry.
Yeah.
Just
That's
when
what I was checking before we get to Vorgash, because Vorgash is, well,
eating.
let's find out why. The goblin just lands.
Fair. I thought I was going to get to parry an entire goblin out of the air.
1, 2, vertical 3. So technically there. And then, I think, yeah, you're. So, as a main action, Vorgash is going to use Shadow Drag, targeting Sholto. So this kind of bugbear mid kind of adjusts like a subtone in the chant, and you see a twisting energy starts crackling around her free hand, the one that is no longer holding a goblin, and it kind of it crackles and switches. At one point it's almost like it's on fire, then there's like electricity, then there's something dripping off it, and then as she finishes there's this twisting black energy floats out towards you.
Oh no.
And impacts for some damage. I believe you might be able to trigger parry. Have a look and see.
It's yes. I'm currently just. I'm just wondering when this would resolve, because if you're going to drag me and I can shift, whether I shift away first, then you drag me, or if you drag me, then I shift away.
Oh, we've established this when it came up the other session, so it happens after the triggering attack, so anything that goes on would happen first, then you would shift.
That's fair. In which case, I will click this, but then it's
You won't. You can just skip the shift and we'll deal with it later.
Yeah, no problem.
But the key is it will half the damage. And then you are dragged. I'm going to skip the drag, because you are dragged into the crackling energy field.
And does that hurt me?
So this shadow wraps around you, and you feel yourself pulled off the ground, and you are dragged into this field. You take 3 points of lightning damage as crackling energy surges through your body. And then you start to feel like the energy passing through you, and everything gets very blurry, and your body is kind of discorporated. And then, I think... Now there's a way to do this. Just need to check the way to do this.
I'm waiting, positively agog, to find out what happens to my body.
How do I teleport you? I know there's a shortcut for this. Just need to figure out what it is. Nope. Please hold, as I figure out what the shortcut is.
No problem.
Right, so if you are wondering about this, like I currently am, you can go into your settings and go and check shortcuts. As I've completely and utterly forgotten how to teleport tokens. No, it's still not telling me how. I know there's a way to do it. One has access to Google and knows the answer. It's all good, but meanwhile I'm just going to drag you because I don't need to. But yeah. Whee! You discorporate and reappear over here.
Can I then shift?
Yep.
So I get to shift for 1, for free, and I think that's all I will do.
Seems legit.
Yeah.
And then, so as the round ends, yet more energy and a cry of pain, and you see at this point, like the energy tears into like Violet's chest, and you see like almost a red mist dragged out of her body as she screams, that then gets sucked into the energy as she takes some damage.
Oh, lovely. Oh, just what we need, a timer.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to go first? So
Um,
I'm probably not going to use hesitation as weakness. I'm possibly going to go with all this confusion because it allows me to half damage.
So I could go first. The thing is that I do have, like, 2 of my abilities are now and strike now, which allow my colleagues to take some of their actions on my turn, either making a free strike or using a signature ability as a free triggered action.
So that would be better when we were in position.
Precisely. In order to actually make any use of that, I'm going to need you guys to be a bit closer to
I'm happy to go first.
Go for it then.
I'm going to stay on the movement-y one, though.
Yep.
For now.
Time to get some drama.
Right. 1, 2.
I could do with additional movement if you can get, so that I'm.
Well, I've still got some movement left after I finish with this. So, first of all, power chord.
Nice.
So, that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I push him there. That guy. And that guy.
So this guy hits. Okay. Ah. Guy. Yeah.
Do they not get teleported the way I did?
Well, so please hold.
Sorry.
Right. So this guy takes 3 points of lightning damage and is deceased. This guy takes 3 points of lightning damage. No. So he actually takes slightly less than that. He's not prone. I'm aware of. Please hold. So he actually gains 3 half 1.51, so he will get 2 hit points back. Then he will indeed. So what happens is, as he takes damage, the bugbear lets out another chant, and you see a veil of twisting shadows appear around the creature. And he cannot be targeted by strikes until the start of his next turn.
The one that I pushed in?
Yep, this guy here.
That's fine.
And he is teleported 1, 2, 3, 4. So he would end up 1. He ends up over here.
Cool.
Does anyone know why he's prone?
Nope.
Right.
Nope.
Maybe the map thinks this section is lower that I pushed him into?
That section is lower. You just shouldn't have been able to push him into it, which I will look into later. But yes.
Right. I have 4 more squares of movement left.
And say, if you can get...
So I need to get 2 to there. Right, let me have a look what my thingies are. Okay, so I'm going to move there.
Yep.
And then I'm going to use fancy footwork on that guy.
Nice.
So deal him 9 damage and push his corpse into that thing. And So I'm trying to look at my main actions, but I can see bury the point and spear charge.
Do you have a goblin token selected?
Nope, I have Neurin selected.
Try clicking off and then back on.
There
again.
we go. Yeah. Also, I can shift into that square that the goblin left.
Yep.
and I have because I've got 2 points of movement left, even though it says I've only got 1 left because that shift was free.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to move to there. And then
if you go further down, and then I can use one of my abilities to let you get a free strike in, or use one of your signature abilities if you can get something within range of Vorgosh. Either, like I say, either a free strike.
My things are ranged 5, so.
Or a.
Yeah, my things are ranged 5, so.
Even your free strike?
Yeah, my ranged free strike is 5.
Oh, really? Oh, fair enough. Mine's 12.
Because I don't get any addition to it.
It does not have a ranged kit.
Yeah.
Right. Gonna be the Goblin Warrior. There. Charge! Relatively ineffectually, unfortunately.
Hey, now I could stab that down my free strike.
Fair.
Shall I go next? Because that puts me in position.
If we want to do something like that, then yeah. Be in a position where you can do something with a free strike to Vorgosh, I guess.
Yeah, okay, so I get 2 insight. So I
and
will.
your speed is ridiculous.
Yeah, I'll move to here. And then I will. Let me see what I want to do. I mean, I've got ranged abilities. Let me see. What could I? I will use. Black Ash teleport to go to there.
Cool, she grabs you.
Cool.
Let me apply the grabbed condition.
Just automatically, there's no roll or anything.
Oh!
Oof, that's nasty.
And then. So I might.
Nice.
And that is me.
Right. So, as you kind of lunge across, teleport into place, she grabs hold of you as your dagger cuts across her arm, and then she glances at the wound across her arm, and she pulls you up to her face, and says in Setch, "Cup of Julius shall make the legions of Queen Bargnot strong." And then flings you. Well, first of all, she flings you into the barrier.
No.
So that's 3 points of lightning damage.
Yep.
Then
So I've now taken damage, correct?
Yes, but does your thing interrupt, or does it say after? Because a whole bunch of other stuff is about to happen.
Well, so as a result of that throw, I take damage.
Yes,
so I'm not interrupting anything.
Well, you are, because you hit the field. You took damage from hitting the field, which would resolve first.
So, triggered action. You trigger, you take damage, so
Yep.
that gives the point in time. You halve the damage, then can teleport up to 4 squares after the triggered effect resolves.
Yeah, so the triggered effect will finish resolving first. So first of all, I
Yes.
need to give you back 2 hit points. Like so. Then you get teleported... because it's kind of inconvenient and random. 1, 2, 3. Over here. You are on the plus. You are on the plus side, no longer grabbed.
Yes.
And then your trigger would go off.
Which, so, let me see what. So, I use. No, not that one. It should allow me to do this, but it's not. So my trigger goes off, which means I can teleport up to 4.
Yep.
So I will
Everyone's bamfing all over the place.
teleport to here.
Yep.
Apart from the troubadour, who just runs.
Actually, I will
Runs quite a lot.
where was I? I was.
You were here.
In which case, I will teleport to here.
Yep. Okie dokie. So then Vorgash takes her main action
Yep.
and uses Twist Shape. Spending Malice, should it be triggered by anyone.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Ouch.
this is going to sting.
That's not good.
So, you are blasted for 11 points of corruption damage, and you are shape changed. Save ends.
Only if your presence is less than 2.
Which it is, I believe.
Oh. This is why you should be charming.
Yeah, my presence is 1.
Okay, a shape changed creature is slowed and has fire weakness 10 as their
Ouch.
limbs stretch and their skin becomes paper thin. So as this blast hits you, you feel your whole body stretched and withered.
Okay, that's nice.
So, save end slowed, and we'll, can I give you vulnerability? What is it called? Weakness. No, weaknesses have not been implemented yet, but we shall remember that you will take some fun extra fire damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maneuver thingy. Yeah, she's good. She's done chanting. Bard time. Sorry, troubadour.
No, I've already been.
No, tactician.
No, it's the tactician. Sorry, I'm so used to the tactician going first.
I can apply damage, weakness, fire.
Okay, excellent. So you have weakness 10.
So I don't know if I just have to repeatedly do
Let me
that.
see what that says.
It says 1 stack. So I think I need to do it 10 times.
Yeah, let's leave that. I'm just going to delete that and we'll do it manually because I don't think that's been properly implemented yet.
Right. So, can Torben do a free-range strike onto Vorgosh from where they are?
Yes, which is why I came to where I am.
Yeah, was just checking after all that teleporting and everything that is applicable. Right, so, Shoto will move in 1. I only gain the extra movement if I'm within the aura at the start of my turn?
Yeah.
Yes, the start of that turn, yes. It even says me if I hover over choreography. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, once again,
5.
incredibly slick interface for being able to see all the different triggers. Definitely helps. Yep.
We will now do now. Violet doesn't have any free strike options, does she?
Violet is tied up and a civilian.
I assumed so. Just the game is giving me the ability to target Violet with this as well.
I mean, you technically could. She is technically your ally.
Right, I don't know if you two have had anything on your interface now. Yep, there we go.
I have not. So just let us do a free strike, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
I assume it only lets one person do it.
No.
No, it's up to 3.
Okay. And does...
Allies, that is. I can't target myself with it.
Got you. And it is at any target, right? Not at the same target.
Yes, correct.
Cool. Gotcha.
And we will also get...
Yep.
Right, so that's all the free strikes done. And now... I think now I actually just do myself a ranged free strike on Vorgosh, because there's only one target, so 2 shot does less damage.
Seems legitimate, yeah.
And none of my other attacks work at range. So yeah, I will just... saying that, it says concussive... No, I do not have the focus to do that. So I can't do a concussive strike at range, so I will just do a ranged free strike on Vorgosh.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, nice.
And I will also, since I still have one more point of focus, and that's my turn.
Nice.
Fairly effective, I think.
Yes?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Does
There's boss
Vorgosh
music.
static second activation?
Villain actions.
Vorgosh hasn't acted this turn,
Oh, I thought they had. My mistake.
to my knowledge.
I thought he had.
Yeah.
Because he
Yeah, you
threw
did
me
the-
around the
Shape
place.
change Torben, and Torben hasn't had a chance to save yet.
Oh, yeah, okay. In which case, no, that does not happen. End of the round does happen, though. So, a number of things happen. Firstly, poor old Violet.
We're working on it. We're working on it.
Screams in pain. And then Vorgosh utters a word. And the word is rise.
Oh no.
Alright, zombies.
I'm possibly going to wish I had saved that focus for free strikes against all of these zombies now.
I think we just need to concentrate on Vorgosh and, as much as possible, ignore
Yes.
everything.
Yes, I basically agree.
And then I. Where it? Add you? Combat mode. Sort that out in a minute. Right.
I
Please
have a
hold. Do
question.
not do anything yet. Hold.
Before we just do the thing, I have a question.
Yes.
How does my choreography bonus work with slowed? Because slowed says your speed is 2, whereas choreography says you get a bonus plus 2 to your speed. Does that mean that if Torben had the bonus, their speed would be 4?
No. Because it specifically says your speed is 2. As far as I'm aware.
That makes sense to me.
It says has a speed of 2. And
Yes.
choreography says
Yeah, plus 2 to that speed.
plus 2 bonus 2 speed.
Oh, I see. I still agree. I think I agree
Okay.
that it would be 2.
Thematically, in my head, at least for the minute, narratively, it makes more sense that slowed would override that.
Okay.
I would have to.
Can I go first? I have a thing that I want to do. Once.
Yeah.
Cool. So
Fine
first
by
of
me.
all, right,
All I'm going
get
to
some
try and do
drama.
on my turn is yeet more damage at Vorgosh. So
Oh, hang on. Oh no, that's
Oh?
correct. Carry on. No, carry on.
So first of all,
Nice.
Ooh, very nice.
that guy. Oh, no, I did that wrong. This guy at the top,
Yes.
I want to push him into this statue over here. So he'll go 1, 2, and then slam into that statue.
Okay.
So he's not next to me.
Bump, bump, crunch, and then he was pushed how far?
He was pushed 3, so he just takes 1 square's worth of damage. And then...
sorry, I was just checking his stability. So he takes 1 square's worth of damage.
And then this guy, I pushed into this guy, so they both take the damage.
Yep, so they both take.
And then I'm going to move.
They both push 3?
No,
push.
just the top one is pushed into the bottom one. So they both take 3 points of damage.
Right.
So I'm going to move next to Violet and untie her.
Let me check what it tells me about untying Violet. Yes, as long as you have a maneuver, you can free her.
I downgrade my main action to a maneuver and free her.
Yep. She is freed.
And then because I've still got a couple of points of movement left, can I pick her up and pull her away?
What's your might score?
That's a good question. I will need to click off my character and click my contour, I suspect. Character sheet. My might is 1.
Okay, so yes, you can, but you are slowed while you are carrying or dragging her.
Well, I'm just going to move 1 square and bring her with me, but basically put her behind me, so I'm between her and Vorgosh. Is that all right?
Yeah, sure. That makes sense.
And then I'm done.
Nice.
I think I'm going to get absolutely beaten if I don't. So I'm going to do hesitation is weakness.
Yeah.
So
Reasonable.
I am right. Okay, so I've got move 2. So let me see. I have got. What was my insight roll?
You haven't rolled it yet.
Ah, it usually rolls automatically.
I don't know why it's not rolling.
No.
So I need to roll.
You should
a
see
D6?
a little D3.
D3, sorry.
I don't know why I keep saying nil, because I'm not actually typing anything.
So I need that, which is fine. And then, okay, so what can I do with it?
Alright, it's just resetting the chat. Carry on.
I will. Oh, that's a bit pants. Do 6 points of damage.
Indeed.
That's really not what I needed at this point.
Unless Sholto can spend focus to make it 10.
Yes.
Yep.
And then I will.
Ooh, bam.
Teleport behind the statue and hide.
Seems fair.
Reasonable.
Safe
Right.
versus slowed.
Is hiding just a free action for you in general, or is it part of that BAMF?
It's part of that BAMF,
Yeah.
Cool.
and I'm still slowed.
How do we want it? Start here. Looking for malice. Yeah. It's twisting time.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't want to get twisted. Oh, I'm not getting twisted. That's fine. Yeah, twist that bard.
my presence is good, so no slowing for me.
So just a mild case of the twisting.
Indeed.
Just
We'll
some
clear
mild
up with some
torture.
antibiotics.
Bardic twisting, and then I think we're good. All right, Sholto, it you. Claim thy turn. Sholto, population zombie town.
Right. So take my turn.
There you go.
I
Focus
should
with
have another. You did. Torben used hesitation as weakness, right?
Yes.
That's a heroic ability.
No.
All right.
No, it's just my triggered action.
Yep.
Fair enough. My mistake then. I swear I triggered it before, but oh well. If it didn't, it didn't.
It would have been two throats or whatever it's called.
Yes.
Two what?
Yeah,
sorry?
I did use two throats at once at the beginning.
Because heroic abilities are specifically your abilities that cost you, like your basically normally your main actions that cost you either 3 or 5 heroic resources to use.
Whereas
3 or
I'm
5
using
specifically.
resource to do my triggered action,
Yeah.
which doesn't count, but it means that I can't build up enough to use my heroic abilities.
I was curious purely because I swear in previous the previous fights we've done, hesitation's weakness has triggered my thing for.
Well, I mean, on the
eyes as
plus side, I
ability.
have absolutely no doubt that chat will tell us if we're catching anything wrong, so we should be good.
Right. Anyways,
If 30 years of being around broadcastable RPGs, or at least the chunk of it that Neil and I were around for the dawn of RPG recordings, literally, by the way, according to a recent article.
Yeah, the idea came up at my birthday party.
Yep. And took part at the University Society we used to roleplay at, and both of us appeared on the early formats of it. But yeah,
question.
we learned anything, chat will tell us.
Question.
Yes.
So you said earlier about going around the corner diagonally.
Yes.
Would I be able to go diagonally from this space to this space?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright, in which case I will do that. I then guess I take an attack of opportunity.
Yes.
Sure. 4, 5.
You are
and
grabbed.
then What?
You grabbed.
Because you
Grabbed.
move next to Vorgosh and she's got that thing where
I
she
mean,
grabs people.
I assume I have to do that if I want to use one of my melee range 1 abilities regardless, so...
This is correct, yeah.
Right. Now, I'm personally willing to bet money that Morgosh probably has a decent might score. Would you guys agree?
I mean, probably.
I would have thought so. What does she look like?
She looks
quite hench.
She's 7 foot tall, wearing
That'll do
robes. She does not look particularly weedy, put it that way.
Yeah, so I'm not going to bother with Concussive Strike. I will use Protective Strike. There we go. On Vorgosh.
Nice.
And I will do some additional damage. Ah, excellent.
Indeed.
Are the zombies still active?
They appear to still be kind of
And I will
shambling a
move
bit.
the mark over to the nearest zombie, I guess. And then, am I still grabbed?
Oh, no. There is no one to grab you.
And then I will move my last 2 spaces over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got one more, but I'll do just so I can be a bit more defensive towards Orin and Violet. I don't think I've got any maneuvers which are going to be of any particular use right now. So yeah, I'll call out my turn.
Nice.
Seems legit. Zombies. Gonna zomb. A lot of zombing they can do. Next, charge so you can get there.
Right. God, how fast are these zombies?
Well, they've got base move of 6, and just like everyone else, they can charge.
I don't actually know what charge is.
Move
It's
up to your movement and make a free strike.
Yep.
Means they have to use a fairly crappy
I see.
attack.
Well,
Right, I guess I've never looked at that because... Do I have any abilities that have the charge keyword? Don't think I do, to be honest. That doesn't feel
Your
like
free
tactical.
strike, your whatever your normal free strike is, has
Oh,
charge.
yes, I've got free strikes, but like my melee abilities like protective attack and
No,
concussive strike
you
are
definitely
punchier than a free strike, so...
Yes, but that's the same reason that the monsters can't do that either.
Fair. No, it was just saying it can do melee free strike or use an ability with the charge keyword. I was just curious if I had
You
any
would need
abilities with
specific
charge
chargey powers.
Yeah. The answer is no.
so at the start of the round, I'm going to change my thing to Revitalizing Limerick. So that at the end of my turn, I can do the thing I heal people. Would you like me to go first? Because I can help remove Torbin's horribleness and
that'd be good.
deal
Sure,
damage
then.
and push things. So, hello. How much drama I gain? 2. So, first of all, where's it gone? So, first of all, I'm going to use witty banter on that guy. And then Torbin can end the thing.
The slowed.
You can end either the slowed or the weakness, your choice. And then I'm going to spend a thing.
I
so you
doubt
can-
they've got fire, so I'm going to end the slowed.
Yep, and then I'm going to spend a thing so you can spend a recovery.
So, 2 zombies down.
Yeah. Right, then I'm going to move there. And as my maneuver, I'm going to use Power Chord. That guy, I'm going to
Pushing him
Push.
into the lightning.
into the lightning.
Don't move him, just stay, because it'll do the weird thing again.
And then I'm pushing that guy also into the lightning.
Yep.
Um,
So those 2 guys are... So the guy's going to over here, and the guy's going to end up there.
And then I'm going to end my turn.
Yep.
And hope that it lets me pick. So I'm going to pick Violet and...
But Violet does not have recoveries. She is
I
an
didn't know that.
NPC.
I didn't know that. So I would have tried to heal her anyway.
Yeah.
And then I picked
She's-
Sholto to spend a recovery.
Yep. Legit. Let people complete their triggers.
Oh, sorry.
So you can be Almost
Yeah.
fully healed.
I'm gonna take my trigger, I think.
Yep.
Yet again, if for some reason it hasn't rolled
Not rolled your insight.
my insight.
Weird.
Oh, and it has been.
Hmm.
Yes. Have you? I have a feeling, given that when I'm looking at you, it's showing constant flicking between. It may be that if it's because it keeps flicking between viewing character sheet, fighting in the tomb, because you have 2 instances open. I think that may be the issue.
Okay, I will shut one instance.
I'm guessing, so we can test it, but I'm guessing
Yeah.
that is the issue. In fact, if you give me a minute, I should have the option to there you go. If I do this, it should reset to the start of your turn and you should be able to claim it again and see if it works.
So trigger.
So you just need to claim your token because you have to claim your turn all over again.
Yes, and then it comes up. So yes,
Yeah.
so which is also 1. So I just
Classic
need to
one.
take 1 off that. Yeah, I haven't done very well at claiming insight. This.
That's all right. On the plus side, we do now know that it is something that if it is not working as intended, Denny and Ricky and the team, if you're watching this, if people have 2 instances of the engine open, it's not properly tracking starts of turns and triggers, which kind of makes sense from a coding perspective, but if the pop out is the plan, probably worth being aware of.
So I will move, to there, and then use this one. Why can't I see? So I can now. It was doing weird stuff. I couldn't see that one up at the top.
How very odd. Yep, that's it for that is it for the minion. And indeed, in this instance, that is it for the battle. And as you guys have a moment to spend recoveries, I'm going to nip to the little director's room.
Well, that went pretty well.
Yeah.
Which worries me.
Yeah.
I was not gonna lie. I was very happy when Rich could have put a zombie there and didn't.
Yeah.
I already had to push one zombie out of the way to go and rescue her, but I didn't need to rescue her. We killed thingy, but better safe than sorry.
Yeah. She took quite a lot of damage.
That went fairly successfully.
Yeah, well, we were far away.
The balance, I think, so I can do quite a lot of damage. The thing that I'm still trying to weigh up is because you spend an insight on hesitation, my coup de grace, which is my 5-point one, can do 2d6 plus 19 damage.
Chuffing out.
Yes. So it's a lot, but I obviously then have to save up for it. Now, had I not rolled 1 every single time, I would have had the insight, but it's a bit of a balancing act of trying to get to that, because that is a boss slayer. Yeah, it's a good ability.
My big ability is a bit like Sholto's, except that I can make you shift and make a freak strike, but it's only within 3 of me rather than
right.
And so it didn't really. I guess it's kind of a good at the beginning of a fight, but I don't have the drama at the beginning of a fight, so I'm still working out how to use that.
Sorry, what ability is that?
Dramatic reversal. It's range burst 3. It's my 5 drama one.
I have returned. You are victorious. Violet is relieved, and the goblins and bugbear are slain, along with
Would
their...
we be able to give her one of the healing potions that we've got, since I'm assuming at this
Yes,
point we are going to take Violet back to town?
well, you don't need to give her a potion, but you are she's not in any risk of like dying. She's just beaten up and injured, as long as you look after her. But she's an NPC, so you don't need to worry about expending healing resources on her.
Yeah, it's the heroic thing to do.
Yes, but you can certainly take care of her.
So because we failed to do it earlier, can we go through their pockets for loose change?
Speaking of the heroic thing to do,
I'll play the looting music.
Seems fair. Right, the looting music. There is loot.
is that just anything played on a lute?
Yes. Although I think I know him plays a fiddle.
So,
I think I remember establishing what you play, but I can't remember.
So the first part of the loot I will deal with by going to your character sheet. Let's go to Torbin's character sheet. So if you open up the character sheet nowadays and just click on this version of character, you will be able to, as the director, award victories. In this particular case, no, that's not the one I'm looking for. I'm looking for this one. You gain a victory, which now you can just click on this to do. So you should all now have 3 victories. 4 victories, I should say.
I can still only see 3.
In which case, feel free to award yourselves an extra victory by whatever
I have
means.
done that. You just click on the box.
Yep. It's interesting. Right. And yeah, so you can take a look around. The goblins appear to have nothing beyond their usual goblin-y stuff. However, the bugbear has things.
Things.
Indeed. And stuff. Well, possibly stuff, but mostly things. So,
I do like things.
The bugbear is wearing a enchanted ring and carries a second similar ring with them. And I will send these to Discord because I can't currently do it in-game. I need to look into how we can do that. If anyone does, by the way, from the team is listening to this and wants to get in touch and let me know how easy, whether I can upload like image files and stuff for like handout cards, that would be ace. But in the meantime, I shall send this to Discord. It takes you a moment to kind of take a look at it and figure out what it does, but this is a bloodbound band. Which is a magic ring, or rather in this case a pair of rings. While you wear this ring, you gain a +6 bonus to stamina. Additionally, during a respite, you can touch the ring to any number of other bloodbound bands worn by willing creatures to form a bond among all of you. Creatures related by blood can't form bonds in this way. Bonded creatures can use the highest recovery value of any bonded creature in place of their own, and can spend each other's recovery as if they were their own. However, whenever any other bonded creature takes damage, each bonded creature other than the target takes 1 damage, that cannot be reduced in any way. The bond ends if you remove the ring, use it to bond with 1 or more creatures, or die, but other rings continue to be bonded to each other. So they create a little feedback loop of life energy.
So,
I mean, I feel Sholto might be... In some way, Sholto seems like the obvious one for the bonus stamina, and also because Sholto, I think, has the highest recovery value. On the other hand, Sholto is also the one who gets hit the most.
But, so if we took minor damage... So, basically, that means that you would need to be hit 4 times for the recovery bonus, compared to me, that is, to be negated. Because my recovery is 7, and yours is 11. So that's quite that's quite reasonable. It also means that in an emergency, you've got 11 more, you've got 4 more hit points, and giving you the extra stamina.
The stamina bonus applies even if we don't use the other part. Because it's while wearing this ring,
true.
you gain a +6 bonus of stamina. Additionally.
Oh,
true.
Yes.
I think the other bit is worth it, though.
I think it probably is.
It's accurate, however, you could technically simply wear an unbound, bloodbound ring and just get the stamina bonus. That would be a valid possibility.
We can decide on that later. At the moment, we want to take Violet back to the village.
Yes.
Well, so
are
in
we
addition,
going to put
while
the rings
you
on before we...
I would wait till we get back.
Why?
We might as well put them on for the +6 stamina.
Yes, if we
Yeah,
know
fair.
what they do.
We're not going to
fair
take
point.
a respite, are we? So.
No. Fair point. You are right.
Yep, makes sense. We will figure out how to adjust that momentarily. In addition, the bugbear also carries a pair of clear lenses carved from volcanic glass and a what appears to be a crafting recipe.
Yeah.
So she has the crafting recipe for... And I shall send this also. She has with her the crafting recipe for faux sense lenses. While you wield this implement, your magic or psionic abilities that deal rolled damage gain a +1 damage bonus. Rolled damage, by the way, means that you make a power roll. Additionally, whenever you deal rolled damage to a creature using a magic or psionic ability, you can use that creature's senses until the end of your next turn, allowing you to experience all they observe and use your abilities as if you were in their space. You can also benefit from your own senses at the same time. So you have
psionic.
You have the ingredients, but you would need to actually undertake the project to complete this. So these are not enchanted. She just has the ingredients and the recipe.
A number of my things do magic, and this character starts with 120 project points.
Okay. And do they do
They just have to have the magic or psionic keyword, and a bunch of them. Basically everything apart from my free strikes and fancy footwork are magic.
Cool. Yeah. That makes sense if you take that.
Is that okay for me to put my 120 project points into that?
Not currently, because you're not taking a respite.
I know, but when I do, can
I will check, but I suspect the answer will be yes.
Cool.
And do you have a reasonable reason or intuition?
My reason is +1.
Cool, because that's the characteristic.
My intuition is garbage. My reason is +1.
Nice.
So yeah, you are freed from it. Violet gives you her thanks. In addition to which, I like this part. Anurin, since you took the action to dive through combat to cut Violet free, you gain the title Violet Savior. So you freed Violet and ended the ritual, draining her life. You have edge on tests made to influence people from Broadhurst, because she will spread the word that you are the one who dragged her free from the evil bugbear who was sapping her life.
Nice.
On the one hand, it was a team effort. On the other hand, the troubadour's almost certainly the one of us who's actually best at talking to people.
And he's also the one who's going to tell everyone that he was the rescuer.
I'm a troubadour, of course I am. I'm going to write a song about it.
And Violet is very enthusiastic, and she's like, I thought they were gonna kill me. My mother, Wes, is she safe? And who are you? And how did you get here? And what was that? She points at the corpse of Vorgosh.
She was safe when we last saw her, and everything else I suggest we can talk about on the way back to get you to safety, because
that was a bugbear.
We don't know what that field is. It might open any moment. We don't know if there's anything hostile on the other side.
Oh, and while you're doing that, no. I will say that you do get a chance to actually see the inscription, because you can now actually see the inscription on the wall. The carving on the southern wall, underneath a big mural kind of bas relief of all of these nightly processions and things like that, says, it reads, Julius's cup shall remain free from the hands of the unworthy. Turn back or perish.
Okay.
Cool.
In what language?
Kalian. Ancient Kalian, technically. But, like, you can read it.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, we're big damn heroes, so we're probably worthy, but we'll leave where it is.
Violet's like, yes, you're heroes and everyone will know about it, which is a good time to note that you also all gain 1 renown.
Nice.
That's on the sheets, I'm assuming.
Should be.
Yes.
So
just underneath the victories.
It's not letting me write one in.
You click on it, and then it should bring up a box that says custom modification.
Yep. I put 1 in, and nothing happens.
Oh, it worked for me. That's odd.
Are you using the new character sheet?
Yes.
Yes.
Is that the one labeled character rather than character old?
Yes. I need to move that. So you have one. Yeah. You should be just using the new character, and you should just literally click on renown, and it should award 1.
It is not.
Also, because I start with 2.
Yeah, I start with 1 point of renown and 1 point of wealth, and it has neither of those on mine either.
Sholto, you currently have 1 wealth and 2 renown.
Oh, it says 0-0 to me.
Yeah, me too.
How very strange. Right.
So I should have a renown of 3.
I feel positively shoddy because I had no renown to start with.
Yeah.
It's the joy of being someone who engaged in self-promotion.
Let me have a quick look at Onirin's character sheet. You have 5 renown now. Somehow.
I should have 3. I don't know why. For me, it just says 0.
Okay. Right, let's get you down to 3. Again, if you're watching from the team, you can see that I'm going in and doing this, so you can always take a look and check. Right, let's have a look at Sholto. Sholto currently has 2 renown. You started with 1 and gained 1?
Correct.
Cool. Torben has 1 renown. Yep. Right. I will stop teleporting you accidentally eventually. I've just remembered how I teleport things the easy way and anyway. Right.
Possibly Draw Steel is just having a bad day, considering the weirdness with being able to see all of our triggered actions most of the time.
I mean, in fairness, it's always important to, especially for those of you watching this, to remember that we are dealing with a system that is in beta. The Codex is currently still in testing and design. It's being iterated on constantly, so that is also why we give bits of feedback. But yeah, you are victorious, and you will make your way back to Broadhurst, reuniting Violet with Ashley, and that's where we will take a break and pause the session. But I will say, as I just stop the dungeon crawl music, for those of you watching, you will have seen things that the players didn't. So, interesting points of note. The zombies I threw in because the encounter was swinging too quickly in the player's direction. This is going to happen.
Oh yeah, I meant to ask, were those zombies which you just appeared out of thin air, or were they resurrected goblins?
They were resurrected goblins. I spontaneously gave the bugbear channeler the ability to, since she was responsible for the necromantic rune, and it was very apparent that the early part of the combat had swung a little bit too fast in the party's favour. I threw in some extra zombies, which you definitely always have spare minions. If you're going to learn anything about running Draw Steel, never be afraid to just grab some more minions and throw them at the party. That's what minions are for. But, critically, throw minions. Don't start throwing actual full creatures into the fight. Part of this might be because this is an encounter that's been adjusted from an adventure that is aimed for 4 or 5 players down to 3, and balancing can be a challenge. But overall, I felt like that was a fairly heroic and hopefully everyone has enjoyed the opening of the Delian Tomb. What I will say is we're not intending to stop. There's a whole bunch more of adventuring around Broadhurst, which we will be coming back to do. But I did want to make sure that we put a punctuation at the end of the actual starter product, but also to give me a bit of time to get people's impressions. So I'll come to my thoughts in a bit, but I'm curious as to how you guys feel this stands up as a role-playing introducing product.
I think it's a little, using the Codex is a little difficult when you don't have all your abilities at once. So,
interesting note, the Codex currently has in design, because this method, the first 4 encounters method, is actually written into the main rules of Draw Steel. They are currently attempting to implement the power incrementalization, as far as I'm aware, into the Codex, so that when it launches, you will literally be able to have the powers only unlock on your character sheet as you go.
Cool.
The other thing is, obviously, it's Limbia, so some things that didn't work, like pushing at some points, and me seeing goblins' actions, not my own. But the basic bare bones of it seem very slick and the automation is it makes games a lot easier. Like earlier, I was standing behind a pillar, so I had both an edge and a bane that I would have had to spend time to work out. I didn't have to do that. It's great. Yeah, I think it's a good implementation of the system and it's an enhancement to Draw Steel, I think.
I was going to ask, were you asking for our feedback on the Codex or on the 4 adventure bits of the Delian Tomb that we've done?
Both. Absolutely both. This is meant to be, the intent of this series is to just introduce people to both the Codex and Draw Steel in general. So I'd very much be interested to hear people's opinions both on how the Codex is going, as Neil has just thrown out, but also how people feel about the Delian Tomb as a starter product.
So I think the first combat, if you were new to the game, was potentially fairly unforgiving. Given that we had 1 character go down, and we're quite experienced players. So possibly a bit front-loaded, because you don't. I know it counts for not having your abilities, but also that makes it a little bit more difficult in terms of power. But after that, I quite liked the progression of that you had minions, and then the third combat you had non-minions in, I think it was, and then obviously this one, which was a step up again. I think possibly as a so I think there's if we had been completely inexperienced players, I think it would have been useful for there to be some talk around Vorgosh and how she differs. So we didn't need that obviously. So whether that is in the book or not, I'm not sure.
I am literally just looking as we go as to whether the encounter does actually, because I haven't read you literally all of the
No,
bits.
Because I think so. I think through the whole process, I think maybe a little bit more, and again, I appreciate not for us, a little bit more tutorial, as I say, and that might very well be in there. I'm just trying to think how the length is probably reasonably good for your sort of introduction. Possibly. So I think maybe missing montage tests.
So
Although
what I
I
will
think we
say,
did do a
yeah.
bit of that.
Well, so what I will say is this is not you have not played the whole product. There's another 20 some odd hours of
Yeah, I was going to say, I
Delian
remember
Tomb
you
out
saying
there,
that in a previous
which does introduce things like montage tests, respites, all of
Yeah,
that. So
cool.
what you've played through is handed to you. The literal blurb in the book is this is meant to be pick it up and play. Your first ever role playing session is just this, the Delian Tomb.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, and that's why we gradually get all of the abilities that would normally get just at first level, because as I think has been previously discussed in Draw Steel, you get quite a lot at first level.
You definitely do, yeah. You are definitely heroes from the outset.
Which, if you're not familiar with the mechanics of the game, or indeed arguably I would say role-playing games in general, I think spreading out, gradually getting access to all of your level 1 abilities over 4 fights is probably a good idea. It certainly helped with me on account of, like I said, I've not played this class before. I'm newer to Draw Steel than the rest of you. So like having less to read, I think was definitely quite helpful. Although in the case of Tactician, Focus and Mark both are the two abilities which make up the largest bodies of text for me. But it's still useful that I would say 2/5 of all of the stuff that I get at level 1, I've not had to worry about 2/5 to half.
Yeah.
And I've just gradually learned those as I went on. I would broadly agree on the first encounter seemed a little bit trickier, and this encounter seemed a little bit easier. Although I'll admit, at the end of the first round, when we got shown that there was a timer in the form of Violet's health, that was definitely oh no, we kind of need to get a move on here, for me at least. And the not hobgoblin bearbug, raising zombies, I thought worked quite well, even if that wasn't in the book specifically. That felt appropriate to keep up the tempo of the fight, so I think that was a good idea on the part of the GM. But yeah, like you said, those difficulties for the first and the last battle, that might be just because adjustment down to 3 players, since you did say this is normally meant to be like for 4 and 5. And I think our loadout class-wise might just be a little bit weird in that regard. I taking into account that this is a product in beta, I personally have been quite impressed by the Codex. I think it's been very good. Like you said, it has been like for Sonic in this level of beta. While there have been some bugs, it has been very polished. I've been quite impressed, especially after many years of Roll20. And I think the relatively straightforward fight, getting a little bit more complex with each one, and gradually introducing us to the entirety of what we actually get at first level for our class, I think is a good idea. So yeah, I've personally very much enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
No,
It's
I
pretty
think it's
slick.
really good.
I do agree with you. I think there is definitely a there has to be a kind of a focus on thinning down the overload, but party composition, absolutely. And this is something that if you are watching this and thinking about like running your first session, and you're clipping through these, thanks for watching through this. If it helps you, please let us know in the comments, because it means a lot. Plus, feed the algorithm. Please feed the algorithm. I still don't know how YouTube works. But what I will say is that there will be times where you are going to have to adapt to things. And party composition is a very powerful thing, particularly in Draw Steel, because strong interactions can definitely accelerate or decelerate different parts of the game. And things like just being prepared to lob a bunch of resurrected goblin zombies at the party is just, it is one of the things that is so much easier. You obviously, if you are running it in person, you don't have that with the starter product unless you already run are already carrying the main rule book. But if that's the case and you hit the similar issue to me, just have one goblin resurrect as an actual zombie from the previous fight, and then if that one seems to be going down too quickly, resurrect another one. But
I mean,
those
we could
are
have had some bonus zombies coming from the entrance where we came in, who would come in behind us. There could have been the goblins dropping out of the ceiling. There could have been a secret passage. There are a couple of places more goblins could have just turned up.
Yeah, there are definitely ways to do it, and don't be afraid to chuck more at it. If you have to chuck not minions, just be a lot more careful with chucking them. The advantage of the Codex was I could literally go into the bestiary, find an appropriate undead minion group, and just drop it on the table and be done. But it is, I think, from a directorial, I suppose, standpoint, I love how clear the writing is about the way that they walk you through presenting it. I think it would be really interesting to get feedback from actual novice directors running this. I think it is written to be very easy to understand. I like the fact that this comes with a slimmed down version of the main rules, because there is a lot more out
the
there.
fact that you can just easily access a copy of the rulebook from here is very helpful.
Yeah, I will say the other thing that now, whether this is the case on launch will depend on exactly how the final implementation of the Codex goes. Currently, if you are looking for a rules question, and unlike me, you don't have a PDF handily available, if you go to Journal here in the Codex, you can access the Draw Steel Hero and Monster book as a PDF in client, and you can do it and pop this out, and you can just go through the PDF in full.
Yes, that was a very nice feature I discovered like a few sessions ago.
And if the windowing works well, you could, in theory, have that on a second screen permanently up.
Yeah.
I've done that. I've done that before. Like the rule book, when I previously checked it in the journal, did pop out, and I was able to pop it out onto a separate window. I can't remember how I did it now, but I have done it before.
Yeah, you can. So
yes, there we go. Yes, if you click the 4 arrows,
you go to pop out window, and it becomes
a window I can plug on my second monitor.
Oh, cool.
And then I can just, in my case, to show people what we're talking about, I should be able to... It's interesting. In my case, it's decided it doesn't love life, but it can be popped out as a second window. In my case, it's struggling because, well, let's just say I have a lot of things running in the background to record this session. But yeah, it can pop out. You can drag it out. You can do different things with it. You can just minimize it so that it fits in the center of the screen. Close it down. It's, on the whole, I have to say the Codex, firstly, thanks again to DM Hub for letting me put this out there. there's a lot of props to be given to any developer who's willing to show a product in beta in this much detail and let someone like me, who's been doing this for 30 plus years, waffle on about it in detail. Because you're just opening yourself up to total chaos, and that shows real confidence in your product. And while I know MCDM have the history to have that confidence in their product because of the team that are there, in the case of DM Hub, who have previously done a 5e virtual tabletop, but are still kind of finding traction in, let's be honest, a pretty big world of VTTs, I think having that confidence is something that I have a lot of respect for, and I appreciate that they take my kind of questions and let me, like, they're very responsive to my direct messages, which has been helpful, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to implement audio. Speaking of which, if, like me, you were looking at this and wondering, because when you open the audio tab, there's a bunch of, I have to say, pretty cool existing audio bits. There are little 1-minute clips of different types of audio that are pretty cool, and even the occasional handy sound effect, like... Do this. We get some rain. We can get spooky, eerie wind in a moment.
I might have use for that.
These are all, if you go to the audio tab on these little grids, when you click on these grids, it'll let you do simple things like door or fireball.
Classic.
But it also gives you, like, there's some nice little bits in here, like, where's it gone? There's this, which is... It's basically its own little soundboard. However, if you're wondering about the music, by the way, that was going on in this, it's by Nerdius Maximus Studios. Link down below. Please go support this guy. He works on his own. He is a composer in real life. This is all handcrafted music that he composes and records instrumentally himself and edits and uploads. Oh. Hit him up on Patreon. Give him some support. Get access to the catalogue. I know he's on pause at the moment, but the catalogue alone is worth the price of entry. And these are much longer pieces of music that I have uploaded. These pieces are really easy to upload, so I can literally click here, and I can just go down to the little plus button here, and if I click add a track, it'll let me choose. Click on choose files. It's going to open up my default folder, and this lets me pick from any of his stuff. Let's pick something that'll be interesting to make the players listen to for a bit. What have we got? Let's go for something a bit chill. We can do this. And literally, this will upload the music, just imports the audio. And then you can search for it, or just look under various different types of sound. But you can just grab, in this case, if I go for the word enchanted, you'll see here that it does it. I can right click here and I just go move to when I've created my own Nerdius Maximus Studios folder in the game. And then if I go and open up that studio, you'll see that it's here. If I drag this up here, it adds it to my soundboard. And really, in literally that long, this is, by the way, a 34-minute audio track. Granted, I have a decent internet connection. Is uploaded. The little infinity symbol up here does exactly what you think it would do. It does, in fact, put it on loop. So, yeah, I mean, you can bring in your own audio bits, which is really cool. There's so much going on that is worth it. If you're wondering about the monster having their own theme tune, if I go to Bugbears, where I created our I will say this was not a villain. We've not gotten to that yet, but we'll get there eventually. But if you go to appearance, you can assign an anthem, which I have done here.
And you could also do it for players.
You can do it, yeah. And
so if I was playing my character from that Pathfinder game, it would play Careless Whispers every time I started my turn.
Assuming that you weren't in any way, shape, or form in a position where you were going to get me copyright struck, yes.
Excellent. I shall work on some assassin sounds.
But yeah, you can.
Surely that's just silence.
And you can.
Just a thud.
Yeah,
remind me next time I see you, Neil, to explain why. Not right now. We don't do it now. But next time I see you, explain to me why Careless Whispers.
Okay.
There's a whole thing going on in there. But yeah, there are a few default ones in there already. So you've got things like, I don't know, what have we got? We've got the friendly elf. So there's a lot in here to explore. But yeah, fundamentally, this is just a cool thing that I was able to do quite quickly. As I say, we will be back. We will be back effectively, hopefully next week. We try and keep a couple in the can in advance so that we won't take too many breaks without planning them in advance. And the aim is to go through the rest of the sandbox aspects of the Delian Tomb. Who knows? We might find out what on earth is going on here. Or the players might find something more interesting that they want to go and do. We'll find out when they get back to Broadhurst. But for now, thank you to my players, as ever, for putting up with my nonsense. Thank you to MCDM for an extraordinary RPG. Thank you to DM Hub for giving me the chance to do this. And thank you to Nerdius Maximus Studios for letting me use their music. If there's anyone I've forgotten, you can find the links down below in the comments. Please consider liking, subscribing, supporting via Patreon, or just dropping some money via Ko-Fi if you so wish, if you want to see more of this content. In the meantime, as ever, take care of yourselves, be good human beings, and it's goodbye from me, and goodbye from my players.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.